Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're having a great day out there, and today I'm coming back at you with a brand new Let's Play series for the PC. I'm playing none other than Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Let's get into this. Right, so as you can see, I've already played about 21 minutes of the game. I was just trying to dial in some settings because this game is supposed to play like absolute crap. And it's not just on PC, it's on all consoles as well. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5 has claimed another victim, folks. God knows why developers keep choosing to use that engine. It's an absolute dumpster fire of an engine, that is. It really is awful. Please try and get Sony and Guerrilla Games to let you use the Decima engine in future, because it's just night and day, the difference between that engine and UE5. Yeah, UE5 is just goddamn awful. So I've tried to get the settings dialed in as much as possible. There are still a fair few stutters and a few juddery, stuttery areas, but what can you do? I'm running an RTX5080. It's the second most powerful graphics card that you can buy this generation, and the third most powerful overall, and still we're having performance issues, folks. And even people who are running the 5090, the most powerful graphics card you can buy, are also running into performance issues. So yeah, it's not just me, obviously. Again, this is console and PC wide, if you want to put it like that. Or console and GPU wide. Right, so let's get into this. Let's start a new game. I've got to say, I am a massive fan of the MGS series, or Metal Gear series, whatever you want to call it, because the original first few Metal Gear games were just Metal Gear, not MGS. So we have this selection screen here. But yeah, I've got to say, MGS3 back on the PS2, all the way back in 2004, absolutely blew me away. One of the best games for the PS2. And MGS1. I mean, when that first came out, that definitely did blow me away. Amazing. And I can't believe it's taken this long to get an MGS game up onto the channel. Again, it's one of my all-time favourite video game franchises. So yeah, I do apologise for that, folks. But we're starting off with a goodie. Hopefully it performs okay. Right, so let's have a look here. I'm playing MGS series for the first time. Well, definitely not. I like MGS1. I would say MGS1 is my favourite. Probably for nostalgia reasons. MGS2, MGS3. So you can unlock additional initial equipment if you look in the lower right-hand corner there. So we have Uniform DPM. And then, what's that? Like Uniform AU Scam or something? Our Scam? Desert? Whatever. I don't know. Then Uniform Desert Tiger. Uniform Flectarn. Then we've got Face Green, Face Brown. Okay. I like MGS Peace Walker. Such an underrated game. Uniform Banana. I'm guessing that's going to be like yellow and black. Then MGS5. Face National Flags. Don't want that. Then I like everything in the MGS series. Uniform Grenade. Let's go for MGS1, because I do like that one the most. So then we have a selection between the playstyles. So I want to play with modern action game controls. So this is the new style. Freely movable third-person camera. Move and fire weapons simultaneously. Can't say that word right. With over-the-shoulder perspective. And then I want to play with the same controls as the original game. So Legacy style uses an overhead camera. Aiming is done in first-person view. It'll be cool to play the game like that, but I'll leave that for the second playthrough. So let's go with new style for now. Then we have our difficulty options. Let's just go with normal. I mean, let's have a look. Let's see what each mode has to offer. Very easy. Just pause it if you want to read it. Extreme, God. European extreme. Okay. So yeah, normal. So the standard difficulty level, the highest achievable title is Doberman. The following sensor items are available: motion detector, active sonar, and anti-personal sensor. Cool, let's go. Let's just have the tips on for now. Right, let's confirm. So, the MGS series is notorious for having super long intros and super long cutscenes and what have you, so I'll probably speak to you guys in about an hour or so. Enjoy, folks.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the alarm bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay, all green.
Prepare for drop-off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
virtual mission.
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why'd he want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle. Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Right, finally, 10 hours later. Even my controller has turned itself off. Hang on. Let's turn that back on. There we go. Right. So, movement, new style. Yep, that all looks good. Right, let's have a quick peek down here. Looks alright. So, as you may have seen or may have noticed during the opening cutscene, it says that this game is based on MGS3. So, I think Konami are trying to make out that this is kind of a remake, but from what I've seen of the game so far, and from what I've played, about, what, 21 minutes or so, it feels more like, or seems to be, more of a remaster than a remake, but I could be wrong. So let's quickly head over here. So climbing ledges. So A in front of a ledge, climb, okay. You can make noise as well. Ooh, there's a snakey. Oh, there's another one. Let's not get bitten. So let's get our knife out. That's not knife. There we go. And we also have Calorie Mate. You can actually buy these in Japan. So a balanced nutritional food. Lovely. Right. Let's get one of these snakes. Nope, not throw a Calorie Mate. What was that? There we go. Sorry, Peter. It's got to be done. Right, let's get our Calorie Mate back. Must have selected that by mistake. There we go. Right, I think that's it for this section. Well, let's climb back over. Thought I saw some shrooms. There we go. Snake can have those later. Be off his tits. Right, let's go up here. So yeah. This game seems to be running okay so far. However, I'm looking at the OBS preview screen, and it looks quite juddery when I'm moving the camera around. So I do apologize for that. It seems to be a weird thing. If a game doesn't have like a decent frame time, like if the frame pacing's a little off, that seems to be amplified in the OBS capture. Nothing I can do about it, folks. Again, UE5, here to ruin the day. Right, so climbing trees. Okay. Let's climb. Let's get our bag back. Let's hang. There we go. So now we should have our trank gun. And some other goodies.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me. Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing Virtuous mission now.
Right, so my controller has switched itself off again. So yeah, just a quick heads up. If you've never played an MGS game before, you're going to be in for some really long radio dialogue scenes and some really long cutscenes as well. So you might want to fast forward if you're not into that stuff. You know, if you just want to see the gameplay and what have you. Right, let's get another Snakey. Again, I'm very sorry, Peter, but it's survival out here. That's paramount. Come here. Keep switching view. Ah, that's why, because he's going into the grass there. I've got to say, even though these are supposed to be the new style controls, like, you know, more up to date, they still feel quite dated. It's got to be said. Right, hang on. Before we head on, let's have a look around here. Are there any other goodies? Doesn't look like it. Let's save. So I think we can hold down. There we go. Then up to save. Right, so radio, hold down on the D-pad. Okay. So on the game screen to open the radio, okay. Use the radio to talk to other people, receive gameplay tips, and more. Input the frequency. Well, you don't need to actually input it, you know. They're saved for you. But maybe on the extreme mode, maybe you'll have to remember the frequencies. I'm not sure. Anyway, so input the frequency of the person you wish to speak to or select their name from the memory list to send a transmission. So let's save it.
Snake?
Uh-huh. So we can save over that one now. Oh no, that's the autosave. Sorry, I thought that was our last game.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Even when you want to save,
It's about
you
this
get dialogue.
monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in his path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
If you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too. It might even win awards all across the globe in 60 years.
Why's that?
2024 will be Godzilla's 70th birthday.
You think they're still
That was
gonna be
last
making
year.
Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
So yeah, that aspect of the game did annoy a fair few people. I'm pretty sure my best friend has played through all of the MGS games, and I think he just cuts most of the dialogue. Each to their own. But it does take the piss sometimes. I do admit. Right, so it's telling us how to use the radio again. Obviously, these are the tips that just come up at certain points of the game. Let's speak to someone else. Let's speak to the boss, if I can. You need to actually click. There we go.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage, first press the Survival Viewer button to go to the Survival Viewer. Then select Camouflage and press the Enter button. Select Uniform to select Battle Fatigues, and Face to select Face Paint. Choose battle fatigues that match the surrounding environment. The most effective camouflage is attained by selecting fatigues that blend in with the environment. Camouflage patterns that stand out in your surroundings will attract attention.
Cool, so we have camo as well. Let's have a look. So, Survival Viewer. So press whatever button that is on the game screen to open the Survival Viewer. Here you can change your camouflage, switch out weapons and equipment, eat food, treat your injuries and illnesses, check your map, and perform various other tasks to help you survive. Right, let's have a look at camo. So camouflage, you can wear camouflage to blend in with your environment and deceive your enemies. Okay, so we have face paint also. The effectiveness of each face paint and uniform for a given location will be depicted by a numerical value relative to the effectiveness of your current camouflage. The higher the value, the more effective the camouflage. Okay, so naked is -10, so not very good. We're currently in olive drab, that's a 0. Tiger stripe +20 at the moment, leaf +30. I think that's the best. Yeah. Let's go for leaf, then face, woodland. There we go. So that's the camo sorted. Right, so we should have a trank gun now. There we go. That's a mic. So a microphone that can pick up faint and distant sounds, picks up sound in the direction it is pointed. Remember using one of those, I think, in Metal Gear 2. Could be wrong. That could have been a... like a heartbeat sensor. It was to pick up a pacemaker, I think, of the governor or something like that. Right. Let's pick the gun. This game does have little trinkets to pick up. Let's have a look. Ah, so yeah. It's brought it over from the other save. That's a bit naff. So 3 out of 64 duckies. Okay. So you see the ducks dotted around. I'm not quite sure what they give you, if anything. So rolling, press Y to roll. There we go. There's his action roll. It's quite slow, actually. It feels like a Souls roll. Very slow and cumbersome. Very weighty. And as you can see, down in the middle bottom there, the camo rating is going up and down, like how much will camouflage. So 40%, now 50%. So we've got some Crocs and Gators here. Or Crocs or Gators, I should say. Not sure which they are. How can you tell the difference? Anyway. So let's try and trank one. Again, sorry Peter. So instantly, that's fallen asleep. Why do I keep pressing that? I think I'm playing another game at the moment where you press down to bring up your inventory. Oh, so we're in some deep mud. Right, there we go. Oh, shit! It was baiting us! That's pretty cool. We're now covered in mud. Maybe I woke it up. Again, the controls are a little weird. Look, I can't get quite close to it. There we go. Like, if you push the stick slightly forward, he takes like about 3 steps forward. There we go. So we've got some croc. Or alligator. No? Okay. There we go. Might as well get them all. Ooh, a grenade. Okay. Yeah, there's a ducky. So I think, obviously... Let's have a look here. Yeah, we're good for now. Pretty sure that we don't need to get it again. But let's just try, just in case. Yeah, it just makes a sound. I've got to stop doing that. Yeah, so the way Snake moves still feels very dated. It feels like the original. There's no fine movement. Like, you move slightly, and he moves like 3 steps. Let's try and get this one. There we go. I've got to remember it's on the right D-pad. Just run around a bit. Come on. Get off me. Get off me. Right, so food full. Let's, actually, we don't need a calorie mate. And our health is going back up. I think if we're stood stationary, or even if we lay down, our health goes back up quicker, I think. It was like that in Metal Gear 1, at least. Well, MGS 1. Can't get them mixed up. Right, so our health is now back at full, pretty much. Cool. Right, so food full. We don't need any food, unless... Food... So, select food in the survival viewer to eat food that you have procured. Eating food restores your stamina. Depending on the type of food, it may spoil after a certain amount of time. Okay. So I need to keep on top of that. Animals which you have captured alive do not spoil. Okay. Let's have some of this lovely python.
Tasty.
So, great stamina recovery, okay. So now, can I pick up this food here? So, we have a nest. So yeah, I think I woke up that other gator, or croc, whatever these are. There's probably some simple way of telling the difference between the two. If I aim at it, does it say it? No. Right, let's get the knife out. God. I might change that. I don't know why. I think it's on the bottom D-pad. Yeah, there's no fine movement there. So yeah, I think I woke up the last one, as I just did then. So this one. Still fairly easy to kill. So food is full. So I don't really need to get that one. You're spared, mate. Yes, obviously, he walks quite slow in the deep mud. Quite sludgy. Changing weapons. Uh-huh. I'm trying. Just got to remember it's on the right and there's a left. Okay, so compass, scope, cigar. That may come in useful. I think in MGS1 you could light a cigarette to see where the lasers are. So fake death. That's pretty cool. I like these little things Kojima-san added to the games. Like this, the revival pill inside your tooth. So we have different sensors. Might be good to get something on. Motion detector. Anti-personnel sensor. Sensor that vibrates upon detection of nearby life forms. Okay, well, that could go off for anything, though. Maybe not just humans. Animals will probably be included. Motion detector, again, same thing. Sonar, maybe? So a sensor that detects the location of nearby life forms using sonic waves. But it might mess me up, because I might think there's a person nearby, but it could just be an animal. I'll leave it for now. Right, so we're all stocked up on food now. Thought he still had the caps on then.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Right, so camouflage. We've already selected the appropriate camouflage for the area, but let's have a look. Let's just see. Because, obviously, as the environments change, you know, the look of the environments, different camo will be needed. So are we still good? At the moment, that's at 0. Okay. We also have this, the DPM. Look at this, white tuxedo. So I think that comes free with this version of the game. A shining, pure white tuxedo. Ah, that's that owl scam or something. The desert camo pattern designed in Australia. So DPM, a forest camo pattern designed in the UK. Woo. That provides excellent concealment in forested areas. Wearing it doubles your natural life recovery rate. Oh, get that on. Because it's the same as the leaf camo. And I think it looks slightly cooler. What do you guys think? Right, so now we are faced with enemies for the first time. Let's see if I can pop this guy. Get down. So he should fall asleep pretty soon. These tranks take about 10 or so seconds. But his mate over there, if he finds him, then he can wake him back up. And obviously it can cause An alarm. Did I get him? You sure did. There we go. He's down. So grabbing and dragging enemies. So we want to drag him into some tall grass so his friend doesn't find him. And we can kill him also. So X. I think we need to keep this held down. Also, let's have a look here. CQC. So it's the right trigger for melee attacks. I was going to say in MGS2, I think you can shake the enemy to get different items to pop out of them. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there we go. But I think you can shake them, though. Not sure if you can do it in this one. There's another item. So this is kind of slow, because you need to pick them up each time to try and get a new item to pop out of them. Right, so I think that's it for him. Let's change to the knife, and let's stabby stabby. Is he dead? Nope, still asleep. Now he's dead. Right, so if we can take out his mate, then we should be good, because if his mate sees us, then he'll call back up, and then that'll repopulate the area. And we don't want that. There's Froggy. Okay. Yeah, there he is. So I think we did get him.
Just my imagination.
So we can kind of see him. I'm not sure if they've updated any of the controls, as in like the stealth controls, if we can actually get up towards something. It doesn't look like it. Little goodie in here. Grenade, nice. There's a guy there also, okay. I'll do it like this. There we go, that's faster. Yes, I'm a psycho. I wish there was a quicker way of doing that. The game looks alright, but it pretty much just looks like a reskin to me. You still can tell it's an old game. They could have done it with another engine, even Unreal 4. I think the new Gears of War remaster, which I am trying to play at the moment as well, I think that game is using Unreal 3.5. And Lost Soul Aside, which comes out tomorrow, I've also got that pre-ordered. That's using Unreal 4, so hopefully that game will let Unreal know that their older engines are better suited to games being developed in 2025, because everyone's saying that game looks amazing. So he's instantly gone down. From what I've seen of Lost Soul Aside, it looks pretty damn good. Ooh, a fair bit of stutter there, and there is someone. Oh, he's going to wake him up, isn't he? Did I get him? Yeah, he's waking him up. So funny. So he might drop now if I did hit him. But yeah, if Lost Soul aside plays well, if the performance is good, yeah, he's dropping. Right, let's get him. Then that should hopefully send a message to Unreal or Epic. No? Okay. There we go. Has he woke the other guy up, though? Nope, they're both sound asleep, side by side. Look at that. Butchering, right. Let's get some goodies. But yeah, Hideo Kojima used the Decima engine for Death Stranding 1 and 2. And I haven't played Death Stranding 2 yet, but I played number 1 recently, and I was shocked just how well that game is optimized for the PlayStation 4 and 5. I played the Deluxe Edition. Well, sorry, Director's Edition. And you can play that game at 60 FPS or a near 60 FPS. It targets 60 constantly. And it plays at native 4K. And it looks amazing. And that game could come out today and it wouldn't look out of place in the current landscape of video games. So yeah, the Decima engine is the way to go. But obviously, it's locked down by Guerrilla Games and Sony. They're only going to let certain people use it. But if they could just give it to more developers, again, the gaming landscape would be just so much better right now, because UE5 has ruined so many games over the last few years. It really has. And it's annoying. You know, people pay their hard-earned money to have a somewhat playable experience. And not everybody has this kind of equipment I have. You know, I've got an RTX5080, one of the most powerful graphics card you can buy, and even still, this game is having performance issues. And I've had to turn down some settings. If we have a look here, options, graphics. So, for this graphics card, you should be able to play everything on max settings, but no, I've turned it down to high. Textures still on ultra, then global illumination on high. Bloom, I don't know why the settings for bloom. No motion control, God knows why. But yeah, I've pretty much got it on high settings, and then I've turned the upscaling quality down to balanced. So that could be upscaling from 1080p, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure on the PS5 and Series X, it's upscaling from 720p, which is pretty bad. Yeah, but again, people pay their hard-earned money, you know, just to treat themselves. Not everybody has a super flashy job where they earn, you know, millions of pounds, dollars, whatever a year. And they should expect to have something that works to an acceptable standard, but no. UE5 is just ruining so many games. Anyway, my rant over. I won't keep chewing your ear off about it. So we can look through the binoculars. Again, these little bits just made these games so much more cinematic back in the early 2000s. Right, so I remember this bit being quite hard because you've got this bridge here and you've got 2 guards at the other side. Ooh. So I've got another froggy. Ah, let's do this. This is cool. So we bring that down. And that'll bring that guy over towards it, and hopefully he'll get swarmed with bees or hornets, whatever they are. No? Ah, come on.
There's nothing here.
Now that's him down. These 2 are coming over the bridge now. I don't think I can get them. It's got quite a poor drop-off, does the trank gun. Maybe I can get them with a grenade. I'm pretty sure we've picked one up. Food, not food, backpack. So, backpack weapons and items you obtain will be placed in your backpack. In the survival viewer, select backpack to add weapons and items. You can carry up to 8 weapons and 8 pieces of equipment at one time. All weapons and items have weight. Ah, okay. The heavier your weapons and equipment, the faster you'll burn stamina. Right, that's good to know. Right, so what I was going to do was get a grenade. Got 15. Oh, they're not coming over. Right, I'm off down then. Oh shit, he's there. So this game is definitely not a run and gun game. You know what? Let's eat some food. Which side is it? I think, obviously, I need to get this backpack populated. Yeah. So, actually, no. For now, we'll just actually eat something from this menu.
That's tasty.
Then I can pick that up. Again. I'm pretty sure when I played this earlier just to try and dial in some settings, I had already picked up a sniper by now. Oh, look at that. I wonder, once you've cleared out an area, do the enemies return? Ah, crap. I think I've missed that snipe. Don't think I can get back up. Ah, I can. This way. Hopefully the enemies don't respawn. Oh, there's another guy over there. Okay. Look at him. Checking himself. What's that? Something popped off him. Right, so there is at least one more guy to deal with. So you can fall off this bridge. I would love to use a grenade. Let's use some CQC if I can. There we go. Right, nothing else. Let's have a quick look. Food full. Right. Doesn't matter for now. I'm not sure if we can pick up a bigger backpack later on. I don't know. Be careful, because the controls are quite... Oh, crap. Yeah, the controls aren't that great. So, an XM-16E1, a state-of-the-art assault rifle currently being field-tested by the US Army, uses small-caliber high-muzzle velocity 5.56 x45... or times 45 or whatever millimeter ammunition. 20 round magazine. Ready it with LT, then press right trigger to fire. Okay, cool. So that's good to have. I think we picked up like some meds there. I loved it in MGS1 where you had to take diazepam, I think it was, to steady your aim when you were in that sniper battle with Sniper Wolf. Again, the attention to detail in these games back in the late 90s to early 2000s was amazing. Really cool. Right, I want to go back because I'm pretty sure I did pick up a snipe by now. Ooh, it's getting very choppy. There doesn't appear to be a sprint. If there is, I'm trying all buttons, so God knows what it is, if there is one. Dremuchich, like Dremuchich, something like that. Map. Oh, you just tap it. There we go. So, select map in the survival viewer to view a map of the area Snake is currently in. You can check your objective as well as maps of other floors and adjacent areas. Right, so hopefully nobody's respawned because that'll be a bit cheap. Yeah, they're still dead. Cool. Right, let's have a check. So nothing there. Yeah, I could have swore I picked up something around here. Ah, missed that. Ah, ammo full. Can I, No, okay. Here it is. No? Nope. No, it's not. Ah, I know where it is. Missed this and all. Bug juice. No idea what that is. Well, it's bug juice, obviously, but... It's up here. There we go. So, acquired the SVD. A Dragunov sniper rifle uses rimmed... I'm not going to read all that. Right, come on. So, that'll be good to get some snipes in. Bit of long-range combat. But, for this type of game, you do need a suppressor to help silence your shots. Man, I can see it juddering. It's not good, man. It's 2025, and you can tell that this is just a reskin of a very old game. A game from over 20 years ago. It is sickening. Anyway, I did say I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. It is what it is. Unless we get to a really bad spot where it just... You know, where the frames just grind to a halt, pretty much. Like if they aggressively tank. Right, so that one's back because I did leave him alive. So, let's get him. If I can. Please don't get on the radio. There we go. Not quite sure what that is, what kind of, you know... Like it ejects from the body, almost. There doesn't seem to be anything left on the floor unless it fell off the bridge. Oh shit, I'm nearly falling off it. So as you can see in blue there, his stamina bar does go down, but it doesn't really, obviously, go back up. Oh. SPXM1E1, I think that's the assault rifle. So, oh, that's despawned, okay. Usually UE5 games stutter more when, you know, the game's in like a fast state, well, like fast movement. And when it pans as well.
Major,
ooh, the snipe will be
I've
good here,
reached
but it's going to be too
abandoned factory
loud.
Where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Right, okay. So, pressing against surfaces, here we go. So, the left stick towards nearby tree/wall. Press against surface. Right trigger while against surface to make noise. Let's try this. Doesn't feel that great, though. Let's try this. I would rather just, like, press a button to stick to a surface. Yeah, because Once you're held up next to a surface, you've got to press direct north, like straight up. If you deviate slightly, look, it starts moving along, and that's 11 o'clock. Yeah. I don't really like that. I would rather have a button where you just press to press up against the wall or surface, and then you just either pull away like that or press another button to come away from the wall. Not sure if I'm able to change it in the menu. Oh shit, right there. Yeah, so looking at OBS, even panning, it's so juddery. But it's not that juddery on my screen, but again, like I said at the beginning of the game, when there's a game that has like a really bad frame time, OBS seems to amplify it for some reason. God knows why. Oh, shit.
Seeing things.
Totally whiffed that one. Hopefully we can get him with some CQC.
Huh?
Ah, will this wake him up? Let's get him into some tall grass. God knows how I missed that shot. That was a right whiff. There's another guy there. Yeah, it really does feel like a PS2 game because it doesn't seem like it has like a full 360, like the axis. It seems to move in 8 directions, like the PS2 version. Yeah, it does. There's no fine adjustment. So it makes it easy to, obviously, whiff your shots. He should go down fairly soon.
Just my imagination.
Did I miss a ducky or a froggy before? I'm not sure. Might have done. I can always go back. Oh. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to drag him. Because I think there's a fair few enemies around here. Because if somebody finds him, then they'll call the guards and they'll come and sweep the area, so then the area is repopulated again. But you don't want that. Just one more check. so slow. Ooh. Something else there. Let's have a look here. Ooh, we've acquired an M37. I'm going to say M33 for some reason. M37, so a 12-gauge shotgun that sends enemies flying. Ready it with the left trigger, then press the right trigger to fire. I don't like this way of pressing up against walls. So I'm not quite sure how long they stay asleep. So there's somebody up there, I believe. Is he going to come down and investigate? Guessing not. Oh. Oh, it's somebody else. Thought that was coming from the top of the stairs there. It's weird. Yeah, I don't like that because he kind of like runs around the wall first before he presses up to it. Ah, caution now, you see. Oh, he's there. Did that not get him?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Shit.
The enemy! He's here!
Let's get under here. Or maybe not. Not quite sure where they've gone. as if.
What's wrong?
Oh, did the suppressor break?
This is HQ. Patrol here. We're under fire. Enemy position unknown. Commencing alert status. Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Ah, they're sending reinforcements now. Come on. Some lovely rat. The thing is, these reinforcements are going to wake everybody back up. So our stamina's quite down, so let's eat a giant anaconda.
This tastes
Great stamina recovery. There we go. So then a Siberian ink cap.
Disgusting.
Barely noticeable. Ugh, if I can say that. Barely noticeable stamina recovery. There we go. What's that? So an Indian gavial. There we go. A large crocodile. There we go. Not alligators. Okay. Come here, you. Because you've got to aim. You can't actually just use the right trigger like this. Like I'm pressing the right trigger and nothing. You've got to press the left trigger to kind of focus. Then you move slightly slower so you can't be as reactive. Oh, come here. The elusive rat. Oh, you bugger. Right. Look at it. But you're cornered now. Or do I? There we go. God knows where I am. Can I shoot from under here? Oh, I can. Yeah, the suppressor's broken. So we're going to be quite loud now. Let's make noise if I can.
Huh? Who's that?
Come and check. Oh, A to climb. Well, if it'll let me. You've got to kind of stop then press it. Ooh, get some raven or crow. Again, that's going to give our location away, but we do have a vantage point. A bird. Birdie. I get it, birdie. Oh, he's still asleep down there.
That guy? No, he's close.
I'm just looking how to go down.
What's wrong?
I love the music in these parts. Yeah, so we can't use this gun anymore, so we might as well just have the knife out. Oh, look at that. 3 reinforcements there. How do I get the map out? I thought I just tapped up on the D-pad. Maybe I can't use it during caution? That sucks.
What's wrong?
I think, folks, I'm going to have to wait out this caution so some of them bugger off. I think it does repopulate the area with new guards.
What's wrong?
Ah, crap, look. Yeah, there's a guy over there as well. Oh man, there's another one there. So I think there's at least 5 hanging about. Not good. Let's get down here. Let's go back under here for now. Try and wait out this caution. So yeah, enjoying this so far. It's a shame about the performance. I think it's a lot more noticeable on the OBS recording. From what I can see when I'm moving around like this and just panning the camera, you can notice the judder. Maybe not down here, it doesn't look too bad down here, but just from panning the camera, I can see on MSI Afterburner that the stutter, just from panning the camera. That's horrible. Right, less than 10 seconds to go. Right, hopefully they call this off now. But it just depends where everybody is. So, I could actually get back to that vantage point. But the thing is, I'm not going to be able to take anybody out now. I'm going to have to get close. Oh. He's just come down from somewhere. So he's on the other side of that fence. think that's where I need to be honest. Yeah, I'm right above it. I don't know why the map won't come up when I press up on the D-pad. B to let go. There we go.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of GRU. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem. Volgin will come, I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I had to kill them. There was no other way. But no one will know we were involved.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Huh?
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a crew soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. Don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
So I've got to find a way to stop this controller from going into standby mode. There we go. Because these cutscenes are too damn long. So let's see if we can get any decent goodies from these guards. Nope, nothing from him. Probably won't get anything from any of them. Nope. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get out. So, pursuing Sokolov, Sokolov has run off toward the suspension bridge. Chase after him. Ooh, he's got something. A mousetrap. Ah. So yeah, he did like a little cat meow. I forgot what that's all about. Right, come on. Let's just check this vicinity. Let's go upstairs here. See, the controls kind of just overshoot it a bit too much. Ah, there's a ducky. So I don't think you can get... Ooh, hang on. What was that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't get inside the lockers in this one. I could be wrong. Anything left inside here? Oh, you can. There you go. Again. This blew my mind all the way back in... Whenever, I think it was 2001, wasn't it? When MGS2 came out? Sons of Liberty? But yeah, that was so cool. Being able to hide inside a locker. Now it's nothing, but back then, yeah, it was awesome. I wonder, can you actually kill him? What? Ocelot is dead. Did they tell us not to kill Ocelot?
Created a time paradox. Snake, you can't go changing the future like that.
That's amazing. I love it. That's so cool. Right, God knows where this is going to bring us. It should just be right after the cutscene. That's cool. I don't mind having a game over there for that. That was so funny. Do I need to... There we go. Pretty sure that's it. I'll try one more time. Yes, I think we're good for this room, aren't we? How about under the bed? Nope. So, I might as well have a quick look around, as there are no guards patrolling the area now. Nothing there. Man, I wish there was a sprint. Doesn't look like there's anything else. I might have to collect these items up here again. Uh-huh. Right, let's head towards that suspension bridge. Which way is it? I think it's this way. gonna have to check. Pretty sure there isn't a sprint, but he is damn slow.
You okay?
Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth.
Bloody missed it.
Capable of launching nuclear
Not even holding the
You
control.
launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
There we go.
Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go. Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Hornets?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the Survival Viewer with the Survival Viewer button. If you select Cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into 2 types of treatment: medicine and surgical procedures. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with a movement stick to the affected part of your body, and press the enter button. Once you've selected the affected area, use the movement stick to select the medical item, and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the Survival Viewer and treat those wounds.
Right, so open Survival Viewer, select Cure to treat wounds/illnesses. So I don't really remember using this menu all that much back in the original. So Cure, select Cure in the Survival Viewer to treat injuries and illness that Snake incurs when seriously injured. Your life gauge's maximum capacity will be reduced if you don't treat yourself. See to your treatment as soon as possible. Select the area you wish to treat and then choose the appropriate medical item from the list to begin the treatment. Carry out all of the necessary treatments in order to completely cure the injury or illness. Look at him. Right, so cut. Suffering from a deep cut. Okay, so we need to obviously use the suture kit. That's how you pronounce it. There we go. Then we need to stop the bleeding, so I'm guessing... There we go, that should do it. No bandage, so there we go. And then disinfectant. Boom. So, wound's still open. Again, use that. I think we need a bandage. There we go. So bone fracture. So we might need a splint. There we go. So we've stabilized the area. Bandage. There we go. Bone fracture. So afflicted area not yet stabilized. Where's the bandage gone? There we go.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
I keep missing those. Because I usually lay my controller on my lap during long scenes like this. There she is, the traitor, big boss of the boss. So she knows. She knew that he was gonna survive.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Lovely guy. So, it's asking us if we want to save. Might as well. I'll just... might as well just do a new save. Here we go. Here's the title. Bloody hell, that's a long one.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
Very James Bond-esque, this theme tune.
Searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. This ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Love it. Proper vibing out here. 1 week later. I used to have a model, one of these planes, when I was a kid.
Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the Boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device.
Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control, unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Great, no pressure. So, I'm gonna end that there. I think that'll be a good spot to leave it at. We're a good few hours in. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, as I said at the beginning of the video, I really, really love the Metal Gear games. All of them hold a special place in my heart, but this one was probably one of the best PS2 games. I'm trying to think if there was anything else really that could rival MGS3. Not really. MGS2, I don't think is as good as number 3. I mean, you have to play as Raiden through the majority of that game. But yeah, definitely one of the best games of all time. And this, you know, it's just kind of like a one-to-one remake. It's just a facelift. So nothing too special in that regard, but still, I'm glad to be playing some Metal Gear again. I've missed the series, and also, as I said earlier, well, back at the start of the vid, I can't believe it's taken this long to get some MGS onto the channel. I will get every other Metal Gear Solid game onto the channel at some point in time, and I'll probably go through the original Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater as well at some point. But for now, I'm going to end that there. So if you like this vid, please drop a like. That would be most appreciated. And if you haven't subbed to the channel already, please think about doing so. It will help out an awful lot. And until next time, have a good one, folks. Peace, love, bye. Oh, and I'll try and get this bloody controller fixed because it's so annoying to have it just keep turning itself off and then have that bloody Windows USB device connect and disconnect sound all the time. So annoying. But yeah, sorry about that. Have a good one, folks. Peace. Bye.